Hello, and this is Delia, and I'm reading The Struggle. I'm on chapter 3, and I believe this is part 6 or part 7. Then Elena was holding him, her arms locked around his chest. She could tell just how wrong things were by his unusual stillness, by the limpness of his body. He'd used the last of his strength helping to pull himself out. His hands were cut and bloody. But what worried Elena most was the fact that those hands did not return her desperate embrace. When she released him enough to look at him, she saw that his skin was waxen, and there were black shadows under his eyes. His skin was so cold that it frightened her. She looked up at the others anxiously. Matt's brow was furied with concern. "We'd better get him to the clinic fast. He needs a doctor." "No." The voice was weak and hoarse, and it came from the limp figure. Elena cradled. No, the voice was weak and hoarse, and it came from the limp figure that Elena cradled. She felt Stefan gather himself, felt him slowly raise his head, his green eyes fixed on hers. And she saw the urgency in them. "No, doctors." Those eyes burned into hers. "Promise, Elena." Elena's own eyes stung and her vision blurred. "I promise," she whispered. Then she felt whatever had been building him up, the current of sheer willpower and determination, collapse. He slumped in her arms, unconscious. Oh, so now we're moving on to 4 now. Okay. So I will continue.